now with this question, I kind of want to bridge the gap between you in your athletic career to your coaching career, and to kind of tackle it from both sides when it comes to that mentality and that mental strength when it comes with swimming. Because like I mentioned before, you're face down in the same pool for hours with just your thoughts, and sometimes a faint yelling of a coach on the pool deck, but ultimately it's just you and your thoughts when you're swimming. So as an athlete, and now understanding it from the side of a coach, how do you deal with that mentality? How important is that? Kind of talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, sports psychology is huge. I mean, and it's becoming bigger and bigger, I think, in every sport. I think in our sport, it definitely is huge. It's confidence. You know, you're going to have good days and bad days, but you got to be able to bounce back after the bad days or after the bad races. And like you said, it's a lot of talking with inside your head. You know, and I think, I mean, now as a coach, I think we use it a lot more, right? You know, I think when I was a swimmer, I don't know how much I practiced sports psychology or how much I even understood it. I thought it'd be really, really important, but I don't know how much of those resources were there, or even if I knew that was a thing to be a resource. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's definitely changed. I think from the time I swam until now, and been 12 years or whatever, like, sports psychology is huge. It's everywhere. Yeah. You know, and obviously we have numerous sports psychologists that work with us. And so I've made it my point as a coach now of, like, I try to help that as a coach, but I also get the professionals in here that can. And, you know, Dr. Seth meets with our team once a week and doesn't necessarily... It talks a lot of stuff with swimming, and of, like, how are you talking to yourself behind the block, right? Yeah. What thoughts are going through your head? How are you handling failure? How are you handling success? You know, because that's a huge, huge, huge part of it. Because like you said, it's a lot of internal thoughts, and those can obviously push you in a good direction, or they can push you in the opposite direction. And you see that in our sport all the time. And again, I keep relating to it because it's the most recent thing in my head, but you go watch Olympic trials, and there's swimmers who are ranked top 3 in the country at the moment and got like 18th. Didn't really make too much sense, but a lot of it had to happen up there.
Yeah, because with and you know, coming from my experience as well in the sport, like, you can bring your body to the limit. Yep. And, you know, you could feel like you gave it your all, but if your mentality's not there, then that kind of changes the range of what your body can do. And, and it's all about, like, for me, it was not like, I didn't necessarily, like, talk to myself in my head. I would get a song stuck in my head that would kind of get me going. So I'd kind of play with the earworm a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's a huge part of swimming. I mean, you can go back. Everyone has headphones on behind the blocks. You know, that's trying to put them in your zone or in your mojo to try to get up and do something.